E ó, Melissa. This all is about letting go. A lot of things come into my mind. And I always let go. That's all. This is test of loyalty. Mind tricks will have different shapes and forms. Sometimes when some emotion comes in me and wants to stick around, I let it be for a while. Then I just take my breath and breathe it out. That can help to maintain focus on inner silence. Everything that you don't let go now will come to you again and again in future. And you will have to let that go eventually. So why don't do it now? And you have potential to never go out of this now. Hello, Hannah. This is a deep session. Reincarnation, self-cleaning. There is cold outside, but there is not cold in me. Hello, blue one. You are very polite for saying hello. Why are you not sleeping at 1 a.m.? I guess because in the day it's too hot and people just in India loves to chill around in nights. But my time is almost 10 p.m. I go to sleep at usually 2 a.m., sometimes 3 a.m. Yes, Hannah, I remember your story. Is he in India as well, or in different country? So you talked out everything. And you both want each other in your lives. That sounds quite awesome, if that's so. No problem, Hannah. you did that by yourself. But for sure that's a thing to keep in mind when you're mad. Well, not just you, but when a person is mad or in other state of emotions. It's always not a good idea to do anything. Just wait for those emotions to go away. Be strong in your spirit. Don't believe emotions. Sometimes they may feel real, but that's not true if you want to be honest. But really happy to hear that, Hannah. Of course there's gonna be more challenges because that's relationship. Yo, Sivag, you're, you're saying you can post crap here or you can't. I hope you're saying you can't anymore. Hannah, you started doing meditation. And never stop. Please never stop. Discover this world of meditation. Let it take over you. Meditation and self-discovery is as important as drinking water each day. It has to be taken as serious. Hannah, you came across different... Sorry, I'm late in chat. You came across different thoughts while meditating. Well, that's okay. We all do come across thoughts and emotions. The point is, try not to identify with anything in you. It means you don't give your energy to thought process. It will still happen in you, don't worry. But you really don't have to think out anything. See, like free speech is important, but sorry to say that, but this chat is like my little world, and I mostly want to see here topics that helps community who's interested in self-discovery and mindfulness. But you all are good. The only person who I will maybe ban one day is this dude with nickname Killer. Yesterday he was in chat. Hannah says negative thoughts will also be while meditating. Hannah, the thing is, even if you were fully enlightened, you still would perceive good thoughts and bad thoughts. Good emotions and bad emotions. Everything can cross your mind because each thought has its own existence. You actually don't create thoughts. They are already there in field of information. You have ability to pick them, stop them. That's when fake identity is made. If all you do is stop these thoughts, emotions, you hold them in you, and this is called ego. This is ego. Fake identity. And you also have ability not to touch and pick any thought, just watch them passing by. And there is inner center in you that is always silent, peaceful, self-aware. It's sparkling, full of energy. And this is not thought. This is not some thought. It's real in you. You can recognize it. It's the only reality I know. Sorry, Siva, do these, Hannah says, do these thoughts have anything to linked with reality, or it is irrelevant to not to think again? A little bit don't understand this, I will read again. Well, it doesn't matter if you think some thoughts twice or 3 times, if that's what you mean. And thoughts have connection with material world around you. But just like other people around you has their own ways, own paths. The same is with thoughts. Telepathy also is a thing, because thoughts are not yours. Sivak says you meditate only when you can't sleep. Well, that's not cool, because that won't get you anywhere in self-discovery if you do meditation only for health benefits. I meditate to know the truth, to know who I am, to know who are you, how things work, how mind works. Yes, Sivak, the whole hole on my head is very open. When I was born, it actually never closed. Yo, Wonsan. Sivag, you discover too much about yourself and universe. It's best to be dumb. Well, how do you allow information to get to you? What do you perceive as you that gets this information? Because if you feel like you are something that has to deal with information, then yes, you are in trouble. But if you come to fully empty state, this inner silence I'm talking about here every day, then no information can give you a problem. Because you will realize that being observer of information and information are two different things. Hannah, I like your questions. Do meditation makes you a positive person? What changes after meditation? You know, Hannah, meditation, if being done right, with the right purpose, will always make you positive person, better person. You're asking about what changes I see after meditation. Okay. Then I need to remember what was I like. One of the main things, first things that pops into my mind, doubt. When I thought I am thinker of thoughts, some kind of mind-made personality, there were doubts in me about lots of things. And when you meditate a lot, go deep beyond everything in you, doubts, I don't know how it's called correctly, but it goes away fully. Stress, comes from thinking about future all the time and believing that these future thoughts are real. And of course, when you start to let go these thoughts, don't identify, stress goes away as well. Openness to people. When you meditate a lot, you become super open to everything because you don't fear anymore. You feel that everything is connected. And you understand that there is something never changing in you, indestructible. No one can take away from you this silence. You can't give it to anyone else. The silence of deep meditation. And if you recognize this as many times as you can in you, you will start to perceive this as the real reality, your real self. So there will no longer be fear. Fear can come into you, of course. But it's only something that you observe. Well, same thing is with everything. Also doubt and what I mentioned. All of this can continue to exist, but I'm telling you, it's gonna be in you super rarely. Sorry, I'm not reading questions right now. But I can go on this list, what changes after meditation, for a bit actually. Life choices. life choices becomes clearer. You see intuitively what you need, what you don't need. It's more easier to take actions. There are lots of negative things, and they really slowly just goes away the more time you spend letting go everything. Sivag, why is there suffering, you're asking? Let me tell you, what would that change if you knew the answer? I'm telling you, knowing answers to these kind of questions doesn't change anything. Without the bad, you cannot go no good. Of course, Wansen. And without mind's content, all these thoughts and emotions, you wouldn't know your real nature beyond thoughts and emotions. Hanne, you say, when I meditate, you see darkness and a little light at the end. And I'm going deep into that light. I fear this after sometimes. There can be darkness. Well, if you meditate with your eyes closed, it doesn't matter if you meditate with eyes closed or eyes open. But of course, eyes closed can help you to focus. But this light, yes, there is light sometimes. But you don't have to do anything. When you meditate, you don't have to do anything. Just be. Observe everything. If there's a light, just observe. Continue to just be as observer. If you see fear in you about this light, don't identify with that. Continue meditating. If you feel like you're identifying, that's okay. Observe the one who feels like it's identifying. You must observe all these layers. Sivag, you should know things. But I will always say, you should know yourself. Do you know yourself? There is no use to know things, and you won't know things if you don't know yourself. Things will control you. Thoughts will control you. Information will play tricks with your mind. People who don't know themselves are easily manipulated in this world of information. Siva, you want to be caveman, but you're trapped in crappy future. Why you think you have crappy future? Or you feel like there are thoughts about future? Sorry, you're saying you know your nature and you want to be caveman. Well, you don't have to necessarily be caveman to know who you are. You don't meditate, you find it pointless. You don't meditate, you find it pointless when you're truly at peace. Siva, I see you, and I know that you haven't found yourself. Hanna, you see changes after how many days of meditating? Well, I guess it's for each person, individual. Like different story. I started to soul changes after when I started like not hardcore meditating, but doing this super seriously from all my soul. First changes came into my life after like 3 months. But the greatest changes, I would say, came into me after like 2 years. That's not good that if people want fast results, because meditation is about something holy in you, something sacred. Meditation is not just sitting with eyes closed. For me, meditation is existence. When I go to work, I meditate. I remain attention to my inner self, and each second I can I know who I am and don't let it slip. That's meditation. When you don't lose yourself, your real self, that's meditation. So this is a project of life, and you have to be happy with slow results. No one wants to die fast. So be happy with things happening slowly Just use meditation everywhere. Try to let go your thoughts, emotions everywhere. Try to be the observer. In every aspect of your life. Then you will have quite fast results of finding who you are and becoming positive. Why do Hindus find the cow so godly? I don't have a clue. Because I'm not quite into any religion. But I love all religions. I'm Christian, but I find Hinduism to be a beautiful religion. I actually, if I have to choose one religion that I feel the most, maybe I would say Hinduism. But I don't know. I guess there are too many religions. You have died a bunch of times. Honestly, you don't know how you're here. Well, that's good that you're here. You still can build your life, dive into your soul. See, like you say, if I meditate, Hinduism definitely has influence on me. I don't know, man. Because I use word meditation. But this process that is happening in me, I don't know how to call it. I try to call it in different words. Describe this reality of self-observing, feeling peace, sometimes sitting with eyes closed. But of course, Hannah, if you're still here, when I talk with you about meditation, I think about the moment when you sit and don't do anything with your body and mind. Just for me, meditation has two meanings. Word meditation. I don't use as much English words because that's not just my native language. But for me, meditation has two meanings. One is, yes, like you see, I'm sitting here, not doing anything, maybe eyes closed, just going deep, letting go everything, observing body and mind, not participating. That's one meaning. Other meaning is higher meaning. You can easily add some other word maybe to it, but to meditate also means to exist. To exist as the truth that you are, pure being. Maybe you need meditation where you sit silently, don't do anything with your body, just to know who you are. After that, you can use meditation anywhere, because when you try to remember who you are and stay in this new discovered reality, that is meditation. I'm really not the person who sticks to some kind of words. I just try to use some words to describe something that is much more real and present than words. And it's in you at this same moment. You can fully realize that it's not rocket science. Hinduism created meditation. Well, then I'm Hinduist. I'm Hinduist and Buddhist and Krishnaid and Christian. So I picked up meditation with no understanding of religions it came from. Completely. I will try to describe you why. So, till 18 years old, I had a very rough life. I always searched for answers, like who am I, what is God, and so on. Those kind of thoughts just were in me. And dramatic life experiences. And then, somewhere around age 18, some book came into my hands, and it wasn't about meditating or some religions. It was just about mind. And I just understood that I am a mess in me, complete mess. And I understood that to clean this mess, I have to do all these things that I'm talking about here. When I sit and don't do anything with my body and mind, that mess is cleaning up, going away. This is how I came to meditation. This book was about letting go. I don't remember what kind of words were used in this book, but it just opened my eyes of my inner state, that I am incomplete. I was incomplete, like a trap of my own mind. I understood that I couldn't turn off this always thinking process. I know that many people around me have read this book, but there are no changes in them. So I know that there must be something in you that wants to really know the truth. You must be ready to perceive information, some knowledge. Of course, knowledge helps. I don't believe in karma because I know that karma works. And the cleaner your inner energy is, the faster the karma works. For people who thinks that karma doesn't work, I will tell honestly, you are too full of everything. But karma will find a way. There is no karma, that's just how energy works. Similar energy attracts similar circumstances. If you do something, that is energy. If you think something, that is energy. Everything is a wave of energy. Each word is flowing energy in different vibration. And this energy sticks around you. This is how your aura is built. It's built by what you think, what you feel, what thoughts you hold, what thoughts you choose to use, what emotions you choose to express, and so on. This builds energy around you, and it will attract eventually same waves in your direction. Every type of animal that's not a fish knows their young and knows to protect their young. I can only assume God loves his creations too. Well, I don't know God that's somewhere else separate from me. This is paradox because I will never say that I am God and I'm not, but there is God in you. You can discover God in you, never changing existence. Yet of course, we are not God. And keep in mind, this is just language. It really doesn't mean anything if you, well, not you, but every one of you don't understand something in life. What matters is, do you realize your real nature? You don't have to be worried about word God and how this world was created. God is everything, but yes, in like formal language. There is reality in you. Real reality. And because many people use word God, like just word God, they just haven't discovered reality in them. By reality, I mean you can recognize it right away. And when you will recognize, you will see that thoughts are the one who are not real. Word God is not real. There is something never changing in you, always existing. I would call that God because it's indestructible. But you couldn't realize that if there was no movement around you, no thoughts, no objects. So everything is God. God needs content in this world. So God could be discovered. These are paradoxical things, and trying to understand this actually won't get you anywhere. It doesn't matter. What matters and what you can do is to discover this reality I'm talking about. Sivag, first thing is, this is not therapy. I'm not therapist. And second thing is, like I say, English is not my native language. Vocabulary is the way it is. Sivag, I don't have any documents because I quite don't believe this system that's made by schools and universities. There are good things that's being learned, taught. But I know where the answers are in you. There's too much drama in you, Sivag. Like too much thoughts that which you believe in. But there are many different persons. Each one has their own way. Each one has only a few years to live. In this life, like compared to lifetime of universe. And each of us will have our own understanding at the end. With the reality I have discovered in me that won't change. I can only go deeper. Millions of things to learn, and will be learned for me. But this reality won't change. There is nothing more real for me